Good morning. Very briefly, we're still in the morning period, and I'm wearing black. Yeah, I've just covered myself up because we have to recognize that we've lost a head of state, former head of state. Share this video because what I'm saying is actually even approved by UPND officials. And I want you guys to have an idea of, their hearts and everything that is going on. Okay. This is Lily Mutambo's TV, and I'm Lilian Mutambo. I'm based in the United Kingdom, and when I speak about these things, it's because I am affected as a Zambian citizen. I'm waiting for people to be 100, and then we start, and then I also want to share on Lilian Mutambo page. Okay. Okay, I've shared now. We have been grieved for the past 2 weeks now, and we are all crying and mourning the loss of our former president of Zambia. And a lot of things have unfolded, and it's not going to help us at this time, like I said in my other live stream, of pointing fingers. We are supposed to stand as one Zambia, one nation. Let me put this on. One Zambia, one nation in this difficult time. And I am somebody who's been very, very close to the UPND. I am actually the only party that I've ever joined in Zambia is a UPND. And that's why people identify me as a UPND member. Okay. But I will not allow certain things to happen and then we watch them because some people are untouchable. Okay. First of all, the UPND, if you've seen on social media, they are silent. Because we know the way our president, Hakainde Hichilema, is. When he says something, we listen. We don't go about on social media and dragging A, B, C, D. You can see Mwali Teta is silent. You can see many pages are silent because the president has spoken. Now, when I see Simon Mwewa trying to represent UPND, when actually UPND is very angry with what he's doing on his social media platform. Okay? What Simon Mwewa is doing, ask anybody from UPND, they do not approve what he is doing. He is on his own. And he has no right whatsoever to parade as somebody who is a UPND sympathizer, and then you are putting the president's name in a mud. What's so special about you, Simon Mwewa? You are a grown man who, if you had grade 12 certificate, you would actually be a member of parliament appointed by the president, but you don't have those things. That's the reason why the president cannot even appoint you. You speak very, 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 very big English. Okay, you are speaking very big English. But what you are doing is tormenting the family. Are we going to be pointing fingers at what A and B and C has done at this point where even our Republican president now, sitting president, has said, let us unite as a nation. You take your phone, your camera, you are doing video to disrespect people who are mourning. You are trying to use this funeral as your own personal vendetta to settle your personal scores and beefs with the Patriotic Front. When you were busy parading on stage with the Patriotic Front, we were campaigning for Hakainde Hichilema for him to be president today, and he's a president. So you are not even someone that even the UPND trust. Because we were fighting the Patriotic Front. We fought battles which you never fought. You just stood in your office one day and you are there supporting HH, and that was it. You are now a UPND member, forgetting that there's people who fought hard and labored. So we will not allow you to come and disrespect the president with what you are doing. You understand? We want peace to reign in our country, Zambia. Prophets have spoken. And what are you doing? By sitting down on a computer and speaking big English? And for some reason, you always condemn CR1, but you cannot condemn because he's doing what you are happy about. And remember, CR1 is not a Zambian. As he's speaking, he's in Nigeria. You are in Zambia. Ichalo Bantu. Ichalo Bantu. No matter how successful you are, in life, you need people. The very people you are seeing in the communities who are suffering, ama marketeers, you need them one day. That is how life is. And therefore, as an adult, as a grown person, think about the people that you've been hurting since January. You spoke about Dandy Crazy, you didn't even think about it. You spoke about how Mukalafwa, when you're drink driving, and Dandy Crazy is normal, you couldn't even attend the funeral. You spoke about the twins, the 3 children that passed on. 3 children died, and you were attacking the parents. Do you know the trauma that these parents are going through even today? I had to personally look for a counselor, a company counselor. Personally. When I say personally. Because of the trauma that they are going through. It's not a joke. You've jumped from that. Now you've jumped to Tasila, Lungu and the family. We used to see you on the stage of Patriotic Front. And you claim you're doing an advert. I was given an opportunity with this very big page to advertise Patriotic Front, and I never did. My YouTube channel those days was over 100,000 followers. And on YouTube, just to have 100,000 followers is a lot of followers. I never used my page, my platform to advertise Patriotic Front as you claim you are doing. You are a Muselela Kwakama. And I'm embarrassed to even call you somebody I know as a former friend, or is it a friend? Because you have to be very sensitive in times of trouble. People need your counsel, not you trying to injure them and hurt them even more. You sound like you are happy. Your TikTok is paraded with videos about those things. Okay? What is this all about? What are you trying to achieve? Hakainde Hichilema himself has even gone to the state function, which is Belvedere. And I came on this social media platform to advocate, to say, Tasila Lungu, the family, whatever the lawyer has said, can we reverse this thing? And today we have seen good news. The president is going to officiate the funeral. It's a time for this family to reconcile. And you are adding all these things, trying to make yourself look like the UPND has sent you. The UPND is not even approving of what you're doing, because I'm in the UPND groups and they are very angry. I was just speaking to the district chair of the youth, UPND. And he said everybody is talking about it. And they're upset about what he's doing. What are you trying to achieve? You need to stop this with an immediate effect. Because you are not UPND and you don't understand the values of the party. You don't understand when the president speaks what it means. The family is grieving, is mourning. I was never a supporter of Patriotic Front, but there's a death here. And I am not happy about the circumstances. But what are we trying to do now is to bring ourselves together. She said, he said, you did, he did. What is that going to do to us as a country, Zambia? Nothing. Except tukwate mitimeshi yako sa. Tuambo kulolesha puti na yena tukamuchite vifini. Awe. Ichipingwa na chikane. We have seen Bishop Banda, my father's friend, who was there. Kavindela is my father's very good friend. You can ask him about Jones Mutambo, he will tell you. He was there, former vice president. We've seen the cabinet office, everybody coming together. Hakainde was there. I've even praised him. To say, Hakainde, I'm proud of you. We cannot be trying to settle scores through a bereavement like this. Mistakes have been made. But we're looking at how God can reconcile us as a nation. We cannot afford to be a divided Zambia. How special are you? We have seen Zambians cannot even express themselves on social media. Even my platform, Lilian Mutambo, was targeted. It was offline for almost 10 days. Why? Because I was speaking against all these things that were going on, and I said, let's unite as Zambian people. And look what has happened. We have peace. What are you trying to achieve? Ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you this, that the UPND party does not support what this guy is speaking on his platform. And the president does not support what he is speaking. We have changed our message, and we have been saying this thing to say it's all about uniting. The family of Edgar Lungu asked for some certain things, and the government has actually offered those things. They have stated that when the body arrives in Zambia, it should always lay in state at his house in Chifwema. The government has agreed. The RDA were supposed to be sorting out the roads, and they were closing that road area. They have reopened it just to fit into this program. The national mourning has been extended to a further 9 days by the government. What else do you want us to start doing now? To start adding Finlay, who is seated in his own house, in his own corner. Are you angry because you never ate anything in the Patriotic Front? Are you angry they never gave you any business contract? Are you angry because you never got any mining deal? Are you angry that you are still at Simon Land Building, Simoson, when your friends who are eating in PF, they are doing much better than you? Are you angry at that? Today is Tasila. You even went as far as attacking Maria Zalomes, whose mother is the ECZ chair. You are attacking her, and you claim you love Hakainde Hichilema. No, you don't. Because you cannot attack somebody who is associated with Hakainde Hichilema like that, and you say, I love HH. No, you don't. Same way you'll be attacking CR1 every time, and then you claim you love Hakainde Hichilema. No, you don't. And let me tell you, that man is very smart. Don't think he's looking at you and he's praising and say, hey, no. He knows you're just after favoritism and to be part of the UPND. Where were you when we were taking people, Kuma NRCs? Where were you when we were booking buses? Where were you when PF cadres were trying to attack us? Where were you? You were nowhere. So you should shut up. The president has spoken, and you must shut your big mouth. As grown as you are, this is a time to show that you have wisdom in your brain to unite us as Zambian people, just like the president has spoken. The UPND SG has also spoken. These are things I talked about. And when the SG came out to say nobody else should make any statements apart from the SG, we have seen peace on social media. We have had a very peaceful few days. You will not come and destroy what is happening. Okay? You can't be mocking the demise of somebody. You are also human. You have relatives. You have family. So many times we've seen you cry and remember your father, and we have sympathized with you. We are even celebrating you when you put a statue of your dad at the Simonson building there. Simon Moore. Nobody mocked you. Imagine at your grown age, you feel the pain of losing your father. What about Tasila Lungu and Chieso Lungu and the rest? Forget about, they have this case and that case and what. Those things are irrelevant for now. Let's focus on this family healing, because there is too many blame games going on. If only this person had gone to the hospital in 2022. If only this person had been allowed this and this. But like Joshua Iginla has said, there is time for everything. Nobody Nobody is prepared for death. And if you want to listen to very wise counsel, listen to what Kabimba said. That man has wisdom. He said in Africa, even the people who are in leadership, we never prepare for death. I said this before in my other live stream. I said, Abasungu, they've already written their will by 30, by 40. Everything is in place. They already know which funeral home will do this and that. Everything is ready. We don't talk about it because in our culture, we feel we will live forever. And he mentioned, said the only former president that passed on and everything was organized was Rupiah Banda. Why? Because Rupiah Banda left a will and instructions and everything was in place. Okay? Even right now, Bawinta Kabiba said, if we say, let's plan for the former future president, people say, hey, you want this president to die. Death is inevitable. Things that have happened right now, are we supposed to be celebrating that Lungu nabafo? I was nowhere near a PF, but I'm hurt. I am so hurt because no matter what, info ira karipa. Kwate ni mano ba father. Kwate na mano kukonka na ejeo mkwete. Kwate na mano. Once and I'm money for today on social media, we are bringing Zambians together. Bakateka tabala ndile for 1 week. Kwali uyalandechi. This one says this one says this. But now the president has spoken, so we have to follow what the president has spoken. Let's unite. This is not the time to show a political muscle. I was very disappointed with the UPND member, Akashambatu. You are based in America. You are a brother to me. But how do you post to say, the day we bury Lungu on 23rd is the day we'll bury PF? You don't speak like that. You don't talk like that. And that's not the thought of the president. And all those things, they are on the president's desk, by the way. I'm not 700,000 followers for nothing. I have very important people that follow what I say. And they look at what I post. And therefore, even before I went live, I spoke to the district chair of UPND. I said, what is Simon doing? He said, we don't approve what he's doing. Go ahead and go live. So, why would you try to use your platform to torment Zambian people? And let me tell you this. Life is very short and very spiritual. As you are doing this, it's like, it's a time bomb. And people who are oppressed by your words because you are rich, they cannot afford your lifestyle. They are angered. They feel so angry. Lord, I wish I had money. What is all this? And you think God will not listen to their prayer? He will. You have a family, take care of a family. Politics should never make you feel like you are above anybody. Politics is very dirty. You started very well showing us about Zambia. Some of us even partnered with you, assisting people who need assistance. What Ida Banda Musakanya is doing, Simon Mwa, is what you should be doing on your platform. You have the money, you have the connection, you have the ability. You should have been the person who is connecting people. Guys, we have a case here. With your big English, American people will donate. But you decide to use your platform and your English to torment Zambian people. To disrespect Zambian people. I went to private schools all my life. Okay? I only went to Liwala 2 years. But my father taught me how to love other people. In my house, my father's house, we would be 50 people Christmas time. Families from the village everywhere. I would even give up my bed and sleep on the floor. Because I've given my grandmother and my other aunties to sleep on the bed. And my father taught me in life, always humble yourself. And always bring people together. And that is why when you see me, I'm trying to do this and this, I'm giving things to people. It's not because I want to show people on Facebook. I saw my father doing it. My father would come back from America, from wherever he would fly. He was a pilot, by the way. He would bring gifts, different clothes. He sees the neighbors are not dressed well. He calls them, come here, so send them sapato. Takes them for shopping. Pays school fees for people. Find them jobs. Anybody who knows Captain Jones Mutambo will tell you this. Even when he lands at the airport staff would receive my $100. That was my father. When I was young as a child, I would take my plate of food and give to people that I feel have not eaten. I would do that. And then I would tell my mother that I've eaten. Ask my mother, Violet Mutambo, she will tell you this. So when we see you doing these things, you are very bad-hearted. You are a very wicked person. You have a very evil heart. Because what is the legacy of your father that you are living on this earth? Your legacy should be you carrying on Simon Mwewa Foundation. We see you at the hospitals. We see you telling the President Hakainde Hichilema, kuma hospitals ukutakudi amesh. Madam Nalumango, ukutakudi. But you are there every day on your platform, waiting for 250,000 rent, busy tormenting Zambian people. Look, God will give you a chance. He will give you many chances, but when the time comes, you will be crying on social media and people will not listen to you. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you really are? What's so special about you because you were born in money? My dear, my friends are multi-millionaire friends because of the schools I went to. None of them parade on Facebook. My father left this. My father left this. They are quietly living their lives. One of them is Maria Zalomes. I was in the same class with Maria Zalomes. She's my very good friend. So many of them are doing so well. Flying private jets. They don't even brag. You cannot always be a person that people are complaining about. Life is very spiritual. The more people talk about you, the more things, negative things will come your way. No matter how rich you are, who never faces problems. That is life. That is how life is. Why would I reduce myself to the point whereby I want to see a Zambian happy? It's because of the way my father raised us. It's not pretense. It's not trying to win any vote. I'm not even interested in politics next year or wherever. I'm here raising my small young children. But when there's injustice, I speak about it. And you can see our president is doing just that. To look at the human rights report from the UN by Irene Khan is very disturbing. The Zambian people cannot even come to social media to speak anymore because of the so-called cyber law. And this is what I said before. I said, President Hakainde Hichilema, it's better Zambians are speaking. That way, you identify the complaints of the people. Because if everybody is clapping for you, Zambians are very, very, very tricky. They will want to teach you a lesson in 2026. And if you're listening to Simon Mwewa coming on Facebook saying, oh, even next year, not what the voter wants. This is a time to bring the Zambian people together so that they should give you a second chance next year. But if Simon Mwewa continues to parade like this, I can tell you this, sir, he is actually decampaigning you. He is not on your side. And guess what, sir? When you're no longer in office, Simon Mwewa will jump to the next government because that's what he is. He's a Mushani Nabwadi. Let's not allow people like Simon to divide our nation just because he wants to fulfill his wishes and is angry about Tasila's success and Chieso's success. President Lungu was a president. What do you expect? Any African leader in Africa, what do you expect? Even President Hakainde Hichilema today is going to be even richer than he is. That's the way it is. He is going to be having access now to more things, more benefits. You expect him to be poor after heading a whole country with so many minerals and people want to come to him? They'll give him share. Sir, we want to mine here. 10%. It's okay. We want to mine here. That's the way it is. Even a chief in any country, in any area, a chief. So you don't expect President Lungu to be poor. He had the Chinese coming to Zambia. They were giving him money. so much. Maybe tell us, maybe your father wanted to be president and maybe something happened and it really hurts you so bad that ECL and Basata and Chiluas became president. Because I don't understand you. You understand? You cannot be a person that is trying to parade as if UPND loves you so much and yet you are actually decampaigning the UPND. Everything I say, President Hakainde Hichilema, he watches my videos. That's why he shared me on his page. And sir, with all due respect, avoid people like Simon Moore. Stop them from associating with you. Don't even allow them to come to where you are. We have very good vloggers like Ken Dumbo who balance on issues. We are supposed to be doing checks and balances. What about when the president says that, kachekingeni ngati kujawa faka malight. Kachekingeni ngati, what load shedding with promises. You are just, hey, your PF is angry. They are using this period to just campaign, blah, blah, blah. Everybody is a politician. Even HH is a politician. And politicians have to score political scores everywhere. Whether ni kumalilo, whether ni kuchechi, that's the way politics is. So if PF people are speaking, they are using their political space to speak. You understand? You cannot be there trying to make these people look like they are so bad. They did this, but you were there dancing. Why? Because ECL is no more. You want to disrespect him? You lack loyalty. You don't even have loyalty. Who is actually your real friend? You used to be friends with Mao Sampa. You would always go, I'm going to the mayor's office, guys. Where is that friendship? It's no more because Mao Sampa is no longer in Patriotic Front. You used to go to his office. See how you're fighting Mao Sampa. Forget politics. Mao Sampa is actually a very good guy. I know him on a personal level. He's a very good guy. You understand? But we don't even see you with him anymore because you've decided to switch camps. And every day you talk about Tasila Lungu. Every day you talk about the PF. That's why some of us, we even lost interest in politics. Because how can you be in government, the UPND is in government now, and all they do is talk about their ex. It doesn't work like that. You cannot be speaking about your ex. I just saw a video where somebody said, how can you vote for Bakolwe to come back? It's a Zambian people that will speak. And it's a vote. You have to humble yourself. You can't call people Kolwe. What? You have to humble yourself. You are now looking for the votes from the Zambian people. So you cannot call anybody a Kolwe. Every person, even a Kolwe, matters. Even the one in the village matters. Because their vote will count. And the Zambian people are watching at what you are doing on social media. And they are silent. And most of them, Mr. President, have promised that 2026, they will vote in honor of Dr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu. What does that tell? At the moment, if you ask the OP to check, it's 60-40. The opposition are on 60%. And the UPND is on 40%. And for HH to win next year, he needs 50+1. So stop using social media to discredit this man who is trying to improve Zambia. Already, what is happening with Zambia's medication and everything has made even Trump to allegedly ban Zambians from traveling. And I'm not happy because I have an American visa with a Zambian passport. My husband has an American visa. We're planning to go to America on holiday. So if that happens, I will be affected. My mother will be affected. Our entire family has American visas, even my sister in Zambia, because we had gone for a wedding and we have up to 3 years visas, up to 2027. So when I hear this, I'm not happy. So we have to use social media to complain so that the president must hear. President Hakainde Hichilema, sir, please go and appease Trump. Find a way to go and speak to Trump, because this one that they will try to ban Zambia. Some of us who are business people, we just don't post what we do in America. So we can't afford not to travel to America. Please, sir, I use Zambian passport, I beg. You cannot be somebody who is so heartless like this, Simon Will. And you call yourself you love HH. You don't. If you really, really loved HH, you understand that when he speaks, UPND members, they keep quiet. Because we listen to him. We cannot be doing churches like Madam Nalumango has said. The government has not used any force here. They could have. They can. But they respected the wishes of the family. To me, that's a number one score for UPND. So they can actually listen to what this family wants to do or say. Okay? They have respected that. And Winter Kabimba has said that the way he knows Edgar Chagwa Lungu, Edgar can never say that he doesn't want HH to be near his body. It's a lie. You understand? So everybody is politicking. You are not a politician. Keep quiet. Just to post about how your mother has a restaurant, we support her. Post about other. I wish you used your platform to advocate for poverty in Zambia. I'm telling you by now, you would have even had a GoFundMe worth $100,000. But you don't know the power and ability you have. That's the reason why you are channeling your energy on the wrong things. I met 4 or 5 people on your platform, and I helped them with 10,000 kwacha through your platform, each. Imagine how many people would be touched by the stories you share on your platform. This is not the time to find faults in the Patriotic Front. Who says the Patriotic Front will be back? There is Tonsi Alliance. There is KBF. You heard how he spoke. There is Harry Kalaba. Zambia is not yet done. That's the future generation. These people. We have other young politicians who are coming up. If your target is Tasila Lungu because prophets have said you'll be the next president of Zambia and blah, blah, blah. So you want to say all sorts of things. You can say that, but you cannot deny destiny. I used to say this about Hakainde Hichilema. I said, this man, one day he'll be president. People laughed at me. Who is the president now? If it's in someone's destiny, nobody can stop it. You understand? And God will do that to prove to people who said you will never be a president in your entire life. I remember this young man from Zambia. He was sharing a video on his WhatsApp status. He said, Hakainde Hichilema will never step in State House. When the motorcade of ECA was passing, he will never step in State House. He will never. Where is Hakainde now? My politics fear. You understand? People who even said they don't want Balungu to be in power, today they are crying. We're all crying. Why? Turibantu. We are human. Tufide tu akwata umutima uwa ubuntu. We have to look at someone kuti mwachule nipo mkwai. And not clapping, laughing. Do you think what Esther Lungu is passing through something which is pleasant? No. Do you think Chiesa Lungu is happy? No. You understand? There is no way you can just be there every day pointing this. Anderson, Beza saying, keep quiet, nothing wrong with HH. You are not listening to what I'm saying. So you are the one to shut up on my page. Okay? You can't come to my page and tell me to shut up on my page. You shut up and F off my page. You don't pay my bills. You don't pay my Wi-Fi. So you shut up. What I'm saying is a message which President Hakainde Hichilema will watch. And he has to understand that what these people are doing, they are decampaigning him. How does someone say, when we bury Lungu next week, even PF will die? How do you talk like that? Life is very, very spiritual. Please do not grieve the mourners and people already grieved. Don't look at it like that. Because I want to now say, please, a lot of elderly people have seen so many videos. They are crying. They are bitter. Be careful the words you utter. Stop wishing anything on this family. Oh, they're going to bring the... what's so special about the body? That the body will be going to Chifwema. And they have mourners there. Family. Coming from all over Zambia. and some from across the world. How dare you speak about a family's wishes like that? Oh, what if the body rots? What? You've never heard of embalming a body for the next 20 years and the body will still be the same? There is money to do all those things. You drain the blood off and put the embalming and the person is a stone. We did that to my dad in America just last year in August. And for Simon Moore to be wishing, to say, what if when they are coming back the plane will crash? Are you okay? Like, seriously, are you okay to start wishing all these things? Do you really hate these people that you'll be wishing them all these things? You understand? What do you hate about them? Huh? For crying out loud, go and spend time with your mother. She's elderly. Go and spend time with your wife. Go to Barbados. Enjoy your life. Or maybe you're not allowed to travel because we've never seen you travel even past South Africa. Oh, you have traveled to South Africa. Travel the world. You understand? Go and see the world. Life is short. I like the way the British people do things, guys. Even when we're looking after them in their elderly age, they will tell you, when you see their wardrobes, their portraits and their albums, they have traveled to many countries. Any money they have, £3,000, they are on a cruise. Every year they travel. Imagine every year traveling for the next 40 years. They travel the world. That's what you should be doing with your money, not fighting poor people. If Tasila Lungu cannot afford to fly the father, it's okay. What is your problem? They have well-wishers. Edgar Lungu helped a lot of people. A lot of young youths are empowered. You are telling me they cannot put 111 million kwacha to fly Hichilema for $16,000? They can. So keep quiet. Stop pointing at Finlay. It is alleged. I've received information. That Finlay, who are you to receive information? Just a hater telling you information which is not even true. Ask us who will tell you information that is concrete and valid. We get real and genuine data. We don't come here to talk about it. You understand? Because we know that if we come to talk, you'll be thinking maybe we are being paid. We don't have time. Even all these agreements, we already knew about them. That's why I preached peace on my page. You understand? So, what am I trying to say? Let not people like Simon Mwawa divide our country with how we think. And let his thinking capacity not affect you who is mourning genuinely. I've seen so many people say, oh, we are tired. Have a day buried. You are just talking. Let the body come tomorrow. You will not even say that. Tomorrow is when the actual funeral is starting. The one that we're doing 2 weeks was practice. The 2 weeks was practice. This one now, because now his soul and spirit will be in Zambia. His body. You will cry like babies. And Simon Mwawa, you are very shameless. You could have built a good relationship with this man. You could have been going to interview this man. Interview different people. Speak for people. Ida Banda, a young girl from a humble family, is doing that. Today she has different sponsors coming from all over the world. Why? Because she has given herself. With the abilities you have, with the big English you speak, you can do better. Ichalo Chai. Okay? This world is not our own. So we need to live a life that tomorrow, in case you need someone, people will run and rush for you. You brag about how rich you are, how wealthy you are, how inheritance is, what. You get 250,000 rent every day. Those are things we used to do when we were babies in 1991. But now things have changed. The Chinese have come to give us things cheaper and better. Somebody cannot even brag about HDD TV. Chinese people have brought it. 8 pin, you get. Even 3 pin is there. Decoder, have a Go TV. Those days, it was only the rich people who would have decoder. You can have Go TV. Okay? So, what am I trying to say? Okay? You, like Vunda is saying, Mchinga Naisa, I'm on a live. Okay? We know you have already been hijacked by giving it to Chavinga, but PF is not about party name, but the people. Never ever will I vote to UPND. We are disappointed, can't talk in our own country. It's very disappointing. Okay? Let me just read the report. Muchinga Naisa. I'm on a live. Naisa, I'm on a live. It's my brother. Naisa. Let me read this for you. Okay? Naisa Mchinga. Okay? This is an article by Aaron Ngambi. In August 2021, hold on. Naisa Chinga, I'm on a live. Naisa. Ndolea kupanon. Naisa, nipa live stream. Nipa live stream. Yeah, okay. He can't hear me. That's my young brother. He went somewhere. My biological young brother, guys. Okay, so the article says, in 2021, the Zambian people changed their government through a general election. This would be the third time that the country would witness a peaceful transfer of power. Okay? It was a very peaceful transfer of power from one political party to another. ECL never fought for anything. We didn't see any struggle. He peacefully handed power because he understood that he failed the Zambian people. When I watched one of his videos, he said there are mistakes that he made where he did not listen to the people as they spoke. And now he would want to correct that. But it's too late now. But I'm sure those that he has left would want to correct that. So when we are speaking on this platform, and President Hakainde Hichilema, they are trying to block people on Facebook. You cannot post. It's cyber. Then only Simon Moore can post in South A, in South B, in South D, in South C. And where is the law that is fair? Yeah, it's not fair. Okay. So this person says, so since, the time of the reign of UPND, Zambia from 20 to 31 January to access the country's freedom of expression, including laws and regulations, allegations of censorship. Things have changed, so things have been violated. I'm just summarizing, and it says, the question that many people wrestle now, this is the part I was looking for, with Hakainde Hichilema, commonly known as HH, the president of the United UPND, how did he make such a U-turn and ended up embarrassing the trajectory? Okay, because Hakainde used to have so many people going to his house. He would express himself a lot. And nobody stopped that. Even though he's been told, don't go to this radio station, he would still call people at his house. And nobody stopped him. But why are you doing that? Okay? So people are saying this especially because when the man took office, he was seen as a symbol of hope. HH, you were seen as a symbol of hope for the region and a breath of fresh air. You said all the right things as a newly elected president. And you were posing as a man that Zambia needed, in the 15 years of opposition leadership. But, in fact, prior to 2021, HH had obviously suffered in the hands of PF. This is what the author says. He's been imprisoned 15 times, mostly because of the trumped-up treasons, whatever. But, unfortunately, upon his actions and those in his administration are proving to be different from what they promised. From what they promised. The UPND promised we will be free. The young people are campaigning in the bush. But today we see you speak on social media, your page is brought down. You speak on this, your page is brought. Allow people to continuously speak. It helps you as a government to know where you are making mistakes. Because if people are quiet, you won't know what's happening. And presently, the Zambian people are actually using TikTok to speak. And they are speaking a lot of things. There are a lot of live streams on TikTok. And TikTok is the #1 platform where Zambians are speaking. And you cannot interject in what they are saying. Because even if you go and take a video, you screen grab, whatever, you cannot put their page down on TikTok. And when the live stream goes off, the video is saved. Only the author can see the video. So a lot of things are happening, okay? So then, unfortunately, his actions and those in his administration have proved to be different from what they promised. There have been many complaints and reports of how the Zambian government is suppressing freedoms and liberties of innocent individuals while targeting opponents, political opponents. So the Human Rights Council has a designated special rapporteur dedicated to promoting and protecting the rights of freedoms of expression and opinions. And historically, we know that this mandate was established in 1993 by the UN Commission. You see, this is where I come as a human rights lawyer. This is what we do. Chewa says, how come your page is not blocked if it's a thread? So you didn't see go and see my timeline. You understand. Lilian Mutambo was blocked because they thought Lily Mutam's TV only has one admin. My page is protected. So now, when they put that page down, I complained to Facebook so that I don't post anything that is bad. Okay? You look good without makeup. Oh, thank you. Okay, so the importance of the special rapporteur is to, understand what's going on, the challenges that people are dealing with, issues of dictatorship and fragile democracies, and the violations of, human rights being investigated, and especially when it comes to human rights, yeah? So among these, the UN has found out that unfortunately Zambia has joined a list of countries, including, so country where the UN Special Rapporteur was sent to find all these things. We're talking about Myanmar country, okay? So, when it comes to Zambia, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs claimed that the Special Rapporteur is in the country by its invitation. No, they don't come to your country, the UN, by invitation. They turn up to investigate what's going on. So they're going to find out. And today, it's a crime in Zambia to call out the lies uttered by the president. And people have been imprisoned and punished for simply pointing out that. Okay? And as such, HH lied to the people and made promises which he has now abandoned. Which is why, if you listen to Lungu said, when we were in power, HH thought it was easy to just come in power and be changing things. Power is not like that. There's a lot of things that you need to do in government. Okay? So that's the reason why I'm reading this report is for you to understand, Kuti. Both administrations have had their own fair share of failures, and have done do me, I do you. So how do we come together? By seeing how we can work together and unite. But if you start dividing, the UN is now going to show us with all these reports to say the ordinary Zambian is fearful of speaking out because the president himself publicly stated that he has planted people in WhatsApp groups and on other social media platforms to spy on people. The man unleashed the state apparatus to undertake surveillance of citizens without consent, and this too is a violation of privacy as a fundamental human right. Okay? For the first time in Zambia's history, okay, since Kaunda days, there was no social media. So for the first time, the country is seeing a huge number of people fleeing the country as fugitives. Number one, Tayali. Tayali is a fugitive. He's even being put on TV with a gun. Yeah? Seeking asylum in distant places, their crime simply because they were pointing out something. We should allow people to speak. That way you will understand the mistakes you're making. So, but if you don't allow them, you will understand and realize next year, August, that the Zambian people were just watching. So continue more while talking. And next year when the Zambian people show you their pepe, you will now realize, oh shit, I made a mistake. I shouldn't have said A, B, C, D. Keep quiet. Don't talk too much. You will be surprised. What if tomorrow Tasila Lungu is president? Be quiet. Okay? Be quiet. If you don't know. Okay, so this lady Khan is saying, without fear, that the report that she has presented to the Zambian government and the press is subsequently going to be presented to the Human Rights Council today. Okay, and she literally is going to save many lives in Zambia. And then this report has potential to realign the trajectory of Hakainde Hichilema's administration, sending towards pursuing good governance. So you can imagine, we have these things going on where the UN has even come to Zambia. And you, Simon Wewa, you are adding more injury. You think they are not watching what you are doing. They are watching. So you are not helping. Political parties, a lot of things go on. This one said this one said A, this one said B. But we're not here to talk about A, B, C, D. We are here to mourn this man to be buried peacefully. After which, we can now speak about other things. Tasila Lungu being a president is a non-starter. She can be a president even in 30 years' time. Even I will be a president of Zambia one day. Only God knows who will be a president, female president of Zambia one day. You understand? It's every Zambian right to be a president. It depends on whether people vote for you or not. So even you, Joseph, can be a president. Okay, so don't talk about she cannot be. Okay, so the word of God is telling us in John 15 verse 4, abide in me and I in you, as the branch cannot bear fruit itself unless it abides in the vine, neither can you unless you abide in me. Let's work together as a nation to cry for this man that we have lost. And there are so many lessons to learn about President Lungu, especially in his death. Many people were ashamed to speak out, to say, he helped me with so. But now that he has died, they are saying it out. So many people are regretting. That's why it's always good to celebrate people whilst they are alive. Receive your flowers, sir. And whatever is happening, never ever look at tomorrow is for you. No. Tomorrow is not guaranteed to anybody. You can sleep tomorrow and not wake up. You can sleep today and not wake up. So this of, we have finished PF. Next, very dangerous speech. Only God knows tomorrow. Because even on the very day of the election, we don't know what can happen. Even the day before, even a week before, even a month before. Only God knows the final day that everyone will go. So guys, thank you so much. Please and please and please, we continue to mourn in peace. Regardless of what anybody says. Don't even pay attention to them. Okay? All I know is that as Lilian Motambo, I love my country. I love my people. And when I see someone like HH, whom I dreamt of years back that he'll be president, and people were laughing at me, and today he's president, making certain mistakes and comments, I step in and say, Apasa Mwaluvian. We don't want it to be too late. And say, we should have, you see, you did this. Everybody has made mistakes. Both parties have said this. When these people are in power, they made these mistakes. When UPND is in power, they've made mistakes. How do we correct and bridge the gap? The solution lies in our unity. So whatever Simon was trying to say about UPND this, PF they are like this, PF they are like this, it doesn't matter because he is thinking like a child who has been denied a sweet. And because he has been denied a sweet, he's keeping that grudge of Auntie Jessica never gave me sweet. Every day, you'll be talking about Auntie Jessica never gave me sweet. This is why he's crying. There's something he wanted from PF which he didn't get. That's why he's crying. And his main thing that he was crying for is to be a mayor of Lusaka. You see, he really wanted to be a mayor of Lusaka. He was pretending to be, he wants to do Lusaka's, it's eyeing position. Everybody has their own personal agenda. I'm the only one who's genuine here on this social media because me, I'm in UK here, paying my own bills, my own internet. No one is paying my internet. I've never been given any job by anybody. Whether PF, UPNT, I'm here jobless. They've never given me any job. So when I speak, I'm speaking out of love. Because we want to see a better Zambia. So, Simon Mwewa, Munasheko. Chester has also sung an amazing song, which is presently on YouTube. And we thank God even for the guy from Nyimba, whom we thought was from Malawi. And his video on my page is almost 700,000. On YouTube, it's trending. And we are mourning together as a nation. And that should be our focus. Let's not focus about people who want to fulfill their wishes using someone's funeral. Simon Mwewa, you cannot stop anyone's destiny. You have no power. Today, you can celebrate about this person is no more, that person is no more. But I can assure you, Anaisa, the same thing you are doing to these people will be done to you after 2026. Be careful. Be careful, Lord. Life is very spiritual. Guys, take care. So go a little more times. My brother has been knocking because he has to come in the house, so I go. I was about to go. I said, let me do a quick live stream. Then he said he's coming. So I had to wait for him a little bit. And the live stream went over. Take care, guys. I love you so much. See you.